Welcome back to the Stupidest Podcast, episode number 5, with your hosts, Justin Rademacher. That's your cue.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Justin Vandeventer.
Justin Vandeventer.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Didn't even know how to say his name in the intro. This is gonna be a tough episode, guys.
Oh, dude, it's been a long day.
It has been a long day. Well, we've been busy today.
We've been rocking it. It's been a good weekend so far.
It was an early morning too. We got started playing some disc golf early in the morning, and
he's got me into it, guys. He sucked me right in.
Oh, I got him good.
Oh, I'm all about it now, and it's making me very angry.
Well, we started with 27 holes here. You finally got to play our course.
Yeah, I did. I got the invite, guys.
You got the invite.
I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in the VIP.
Well, he made it today, but who knows about next time.
After I played today, they'll probably never invite me back.
No, you played okay. You played good, especially for your first time, like out here. I think you did good.
I'm not happy with it, but we'll go with it.
Okay. There's always room for improvement.
Absolutely. And I guess the way I played today, the only way I can go is up.
Sure, we'll say
that. Hopefully the score doesn't go up.
Yeah, hopefully your score goes down. That's
right.
The point of golf most of the time.
So
sweet. Well, and then what else did we do today? We played even more disc golf.
Oh, dude. And we played here, and then we went and played somewhere else.
Yeah, we went to Carlton and played there for a little while. Played another 18 holes. We played a lot of holes today.
Yeah. Grabbed some good dinner.
Oh, yeah. I had some fried chicken and had some mac and cheese and
ate good.
Peaches.
Got some movies.
Yeah, we bought some movies on Redbox.
Yeah. So
it was a good day so far.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're still going strong. We're recording an episode today.
We're going to rock it out.
Yeah. Should be a good one, too. Except for the fact that you didn't even know how to do your name in the intro.
Oh, hey.
You know, we all forget things sometimes. This is the Stupidest Podcast, and that's what it's meant to be, you know?
I was just so overwhelmed with how good your intro was.
Well, I don't know if it was that good. I tried, but I mean, I was just trying to be casual this time around. I don't know.
I like it. So, you ready? Should we get into this?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's dive right in.
Well, sweet. Well, I have, my first question is do you have any memories of laughing like really hard to the point where it was uncontrollable, where your stomach was just hurting, you were like curling up on the floor laughing, just
like outside of like some stand-ups that I've watched or something like that, like an actual personal experience?
Just a personal experience that just got you, like you just connected with you just on the deepest level.
I got one that it gets me every time I think about it. So when I was little, we went to the St. Louis Zoo, and in that
where was the St. Louis Zoo?
In St. Louis.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, in Florida.
In St. Louis, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew this.
Yeah. But in the zoo, there's trains that go throughout it, so you can like hop on the train and go ride it. Well, as we're walking, the train's going by, and it has actual drop arms for the trains.
Okay. And
we're with my grandparents, and my grandpa's way behind us or whatever, and the train's coming, and we're yelling at Grandpa, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" And he's, "Oh, what? Huh?" And the swing arm comes down and smokes him right in the head.
Oh, no.
We're just, for some reason, it just cracked us all up. Like, even my grandma was dying laughing.
Oh, I bet he just hit him hard. And
he was like walking, like looking at like, what do you guys want? Wham! Oh.
That's awesome.
So that's probably the funniest thing that I can remember.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one that's like not really going to connect with a whole lot of people here, but the one that I remember the most is I was playing with like the WWF doll, like action figures. I don't want to call them dolls because when I was a kid, I hated when people called them dolls. They were action figures. And I was playing with the WWF or WWE now action figures with my uncle. And like, backstory, my uncle's only 3 years older than me. And so I was playing with him, and we would just always do these just funny things and create these funny stories. Like, I wish we had some way to record it when we were kids, because maybe it wasn't as funny as I remember, but at the time, it was just the most hilarious thing in the world to me. You know, like we were just dying laughing every single time we would play. Like we didn't even care like about the wrestlers at that point. It was almost like a comedy act, just playing with him, and it was a lot of fun. And every time I think about laughing really hard, like I would literally like my stomach would just like get so tight when I was laughing with him.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I don't have it's not a funny story, but I mean it's
a good memory though.
Yeah, it's a good memory.
So nice. What brought up that question? Like, what made you think of that?
Well, I was just thinking about like when I was a kid, and I just
Yeah.
remember those action figures, and I found an old action figure.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
So you still got them then? Huh?
Oh, well, I like don't have all of them. I used to have, I don't even know, probably like 20 to 30 of them.
Who's your favorite?
Probably Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, the Austin 316.
Oh yeah, I like Stone Cold. He was one of my faves.
Yeah,
he was the champion for quite some time.
So you were a WWE guy?
I was a WWF guy like back in those days. Yeah, as soon as they switched to WWE, that's kind of when I started
falling off.
Yeah.
Wasn't a WCW guy, huh?
Oh, I like WCW.
Do you remember,
like all of them. Yeah, I do.
Do you remember that little group of friends being like WWF, no WCW?
Oh yeah, and then like everything was what was it?
The Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack. Yeah, they had all of these guys, and they were all like
Generation X.
But it was like Monday night and Thursday night, and it was either you liked that group or you liked the other group, but you weren't supposed to watch both. But I watched both.
I did too.
But yeah, you're supposed to, because didn't they like battle each other? Like that's when like the big wrestling matches at like the year-round matches came to the end, and it was those two against each other, wasn't it? I guess so. I don't remember. It's been such a long time.
I don't really remember. It was like middle school for me.
Yeah, I was like elementary for me.
Yeah.
But
that's when I also fell off. Like after that, like when WCW kind of evaporated.
Yeah. Oh, so you were just WCW. You weren't.
WWF? I was more of that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I did like WWF for a while, like Stone Cold and The Rock, and.
Dude, I still have the games, the N64 games with all those wrestlers on it.
Yeah.
I'll still play every now and then. Not super often, but I'll still play them.
Oh, nice.
Kind of want to play them now.
We might have to do that later.
Can we just pause this?
Pause this. Let's go. All right, we'll be back, guys. So, all right. My first question. I was trying to think of stupid questions.
Well, that's the point. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And I came up with one that kind of. It was stupid, but it got me thinking. I'm like, wow, I guess I never looked at it this way. So my first question is cereal a soup?
Is cereal a soup?
And if it is, why do you think that and why not? But then I got another one for you.
Okay.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Okay. Well, I think cereal is a soup. And then milk would be like the broth. Because like I feel like a soup, that's the two things you need. It just needs to have some sort of a broth and some sort of an ingredient inside to eat it. So I feel like I don't see why it would be considered a soup.
Wow, I guess I never thought of that. Never thought of it like being the broth.
I mean, that's the only ingredients that I know of soup. Like it can be almost anything.
Right. See, I was going to go with no. For the cereal being a soup.
Just because
it was a cold. There's not really...
Well,
I think a soup should be hot, not cold.
I feel there are cold soups. I'm not like a huge fan of them. I don't think I've ever had one myself, but I've seen them in restaurants and stuff. Like,
I think you're just getting a bad soup from them.
Yeah, no. I saw, what did I see? It was a cucumber soup. And it was served cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it was served cold or if it was served like I would assume it was served cold.
All right, I guess you're making me change my answer. Then maybe I'm gonna have to go with yeah.
Well, I didn't even try to. I didn't know what your answer was. I'm glad I was able to change it.
I just never thought of it as a broth. You kind of.
Well, I mean that's right.
I feel like you're right. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Not often that happens, but
because technically you can make anything into a soup then, like just add a juice or milk or water or I don't know.
Right. So what about a hot dog? Is it a sandwich?
I say yes. I say hot dog is a sandwich because, I mean, you have the bun, which is the bread, and then it's sandwiched in between a hot dog. Like, I feel like that's a sandwich, right?
That's what I'm saying. But what I said was, if you're going old school, like the old school growing up when you didn't have the bun, you wrapped it in the bread, then it's definitely a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that for sure. Well, I mean, plus, like, I know some people say, like, I've heard this question before in other places, and a lot of them say that, like, the people that are against it, like, they're saying that the hot dog isn't a sandwich. They're saying it's because the bread isn't cut all the way. I'm like, well, neither is a Subway sandwich, but we still call it a sandwich.
True,
You know,
true, very true. My grandpa, anytime we went to McDonald's or something like that, or a burger joint, he'd be like, "Hey, let's go up to McDonald's. We'll grab a couple of sandwiches."
Yeah.
And for the long, I'm like, "What are you? A burger? You want to go grab a burger?" He's like, "Yeah, a couple sandwiches." I'm like, so that kind of also sparked my interest for this question. I was like,
Well, yeah, I mean, a hamburger would technically be a sandwich. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not necessarily like maybe the correct vernacular or whatever. I don't even think that's the right word.
That's a big word for you.
I attempted
it was a good try.
Word.
It was a good try for a big word. I liked it.
I like to just throw in some stuff. I like to try to sound photosynthesis when I say big words. That's not my joke. That's somebody else's joke. I just want to throw that out there. I'm using other jokes, not mine right now.
That was great.
But yeah, so I guess I'll do mine. So do you have any scary memory that gets to you even to this day? Like anything from childhood? I know, like you said, that you were afraid of clowns. Is there something that, like, a scary memory, like, in particular, that just it gets to you every single time?
We're going to go back to episode 1. You're going to hear my story now.
Okay, let's hear it.
My ghost story.
Yeah, let's hear your ghost story.
So, all right. So I grew up in Indiana. We lived in this old house that was built in 1905 or something like that. 100-year-old house. And in my bedroom, in the corner, was this lamp built into the wall. It was a pull string lamp built into the wall that never worked. You could pull and pull, wiggle the light bulb, whatever. It never came on. And one night it come on. And then it came on the next night. And the next night.
So you were in the room and it would just
randomly... Oh, I was sleeping.
Okay.
I'd wake up and the light would be on. So the next night, I took the light bulb out, put it across the room on my bookshelf, and went to bed. The next morning, it was back in and on.
Wow, that is insane.
And connected to my room was a closet. It was almost like a crawl space closet. Like, it wasn't a closet, but wasn't a crawl space.
Kind of like the room that would be like under a stair.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, it was unfinished and all that, and it had one of those locks where you lift the thing, slide it over, and it was always locked.
I see what you're doing. People they can't see you.
I was trying to describe it. I know. Lift it, slide it, lock it.
I like your little
my little U-shaped thing that I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Every once in a while at night you could hear people walk. Hear something. Someone is what it sounded like, walking around and talking in there.
Wow. How big was this? Was it like something that people could walk in, or is it something, because it does, like, the way you described it, it was like pretty small.
You could walk around. No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe like you'd have to hunch your back.
Okay.
But you could hear people walking around and talking in there every once in a while. And then one night, I was super tired. I was ready for bed. I just wanted to crash. And it sounded like a party going on in there. And all of a sudden, I just got mad, and I sat up, and I go, "Shut up!" And it went dead silent. And then the next thing I know, on the door, it was just bang, 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 and just shaking.
No way.
Yeah. Scared me to death.
I would be out of that house, out of that room immediately.
I slept there. Slept the whole night.
Wow, you have way more.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a choice. My parents were just
I
like,
guess.
there's nothing going on, probably.
Yeah, they didn't believe you because they didn't hear any of it.
But yeah, I have had multiple experiences like this throughout my life. But that's one story you get to hear. I'll bring up some more later.
Okay. No, I've
But yeah,
never had any kind of experience like that where it was just.
yeah.
I've seen it in movies, but that is it.
Yeah.
Well, dang. Now my story is gonna sound lame.
But yeah, that was probably one of my most scary-ish experience. Like the things that happened to me in that house, nothing traumatic. Like they never tried to hurt us or anything like
You
that.
never like felt a touch or anything. It was just kind of you saw or heard things.
Saw or heard things, or things got
Hmm.
moved, and I saw things move a few times. So
Really, I've had experiences like that at my grandma's house. We had, they had like we called it Sue, and it was supposed to be like some entity or ghost that was just in the house, but it was a very friendly ghost.
mm-hmm.
And so it would just happen to go around places, and Sue wasn't always there. It would just she would pop up every now and then. Like we'd like be by the radio or something, and we'd be like watching, and all of a sudden like it would just like turn on, or it would like just tweak something a little bit. Like you'd see like a knob move, and you just know that it was Sue, and you're like, oh, okay, hey, what's going on? And then you'd see something else move, and just be, oh, hey. So like it was a good thing though
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid.
Hmm.
So I saw that kind of stuff every now and then, and
I started, even when we moved here, things happened to me.
okay, like into Minnesota.
Into Minnesota, when we moved to Minnesota, I would sit downstairs, you know, in our family room where we had the computer and behind the couch and all that in the office area,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be watching TV and I could hear the keyboard tray slide out, and then hear typing.
Was the computer on? Could you like see what it was typing?
No.
It
turned the computer on though.
Okay.
The computer was off, and all of a sudden it turned on, and then you could hear typing. But you couldn't see what they were trying to type or anything.
Be interesting to see what was being typed.
And then there was times where I was on the computer with the TV off, and the TV would come on. I'd shut it off, and as soon as I put down the remote, it'd come back on. And then one night, I actually saw the figure.
Really?
Yeah.
What did it look like?
I came home. My parents were up north at the cabin, and when I came home, I came through the dining room, and then I was heading downstairs into the family room. And as soon as I opened the door to go downstairs, I walked right through them.
Okay. So you like could see that it was like a human shape. You saw that it was male. You saw that.
I saw that it was a male. I saw the figure. I didn't see a full body, but I saw like the floating, almost like head and shoulders.
Okay.
And I walked through him. He had long blonde hair, probably shoulder length, and a full beard. He looked like one of those old Civil War guys like you'd see. So, yeah, I walked right through him, and I immediately, every hair on my body stood straight up. So, yeah.
So when you say like Civil War, like, was he like dressed anyway, or was it?
No, but that's just the kind of look that I got.
Okay. Yeah, that's like the.
Yeah. You know how in Civil War movies you always see that one guy on the horse with the blonde hair and the mustache and.
Oh yeah. I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to get more of the story because I'm just like, it's an interesting thing. I've never had that. I feel like I was at a different one of my grandmas, and I feel like I saw like some sort of a figure, but I couldn't like put anything together. I don't know if it happened or if I was dreaming and I didn't know if it was. Again, I couldn't see if it was like a person or if it again could have been like something that I was maybe too tired and I didn't know what was going on. But I've never had anything where it was clearly a person. You know what I mean?
We had car keys go missing all the time, and they'd be like on the panel of like the ceiling fans, sitting up there.
So places that
obviously you wouldn't put them.
Yeah.
Keys in plants.
Hmm.
And then one day, Dad's underwear drawer went completely empty and missing.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think anybody broke in to steal your underwear.
Out of all the underwear in the house.
Yeah, and then Mom and Dad's room got cleaned.
It's just clean.
I can't remember where I was. I wasn't home, but I got a call from Mom, and she's like, "Did you clean our room?" I go, "I don't clean my room. Why would I clean your room?"
I was gonna say, why would she ask you?
Yeah, right. I'm like, I don't clean my room. Why would I clean yours? She goes, "Well, our bed's made and everything's cleaned up."
And if I would have known you at the time, you would have blamed me.
Yeah, right. I was like, well, maybe Rademacher was there.
I would have done something like that for sure.
So, yeah, some crazy things happen.
Yeah,
but nothing ever bad. And my grandma named him.
What were the names?
She named him Charlie.
Okay, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
I like Charlie. It's a good name
for a ghost, I guess.
Yeah. Just like Sue. I like Sue.
Right.
Every now and then, if I feel like I see something, it just reminds me of Sue, and I always just feel like something positive and something good is around.
So that was the one person that I saw, but then also I saw another person all the time, but it was only when I was driving. And it was he was bald. I'm not describing you. You remember did you ever see Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, but I not
remember the guy that dipped the shoe, the villain in the movie.
Okay, yeah, yep.
How he looked bald and with those little black glasses.
Yeah.
That's who I saw almost exactly.
Wow. It was
but a different shaped head. I mean, but that was similar to what he looked like.
Would it be like on the side of the road or in the vehicle?
I saw him in the back seat one time, but then he when I turned around, disappeared.
You saw through the rear view?
The rear view mirror, yeah. And then I would see him all the time standing on the side of the road, like in the ditch or just into the trees.
That's one of my fears is having something like that, because I wouldn't know what to do. I would be so
that dude scared me.
Oh, so you thought that was a negative?
That felt like a very negative figure.
How long has it been since you've seen that one?
I was 17 when I was 17, 18.
Wow. Okay, so it's been
a few years.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a spirit or anything. I've seen some things, but I haven't seen anything like I used to when I was younger in a long time, probably 5-6 years.
Okay, so yeah, that's
but yeah, but he was something about him didn't feel right. If you know, I mean,
I've had that feeling before where you just something's off. Yeah, I've never
that
had
one
that
felt very negative
pop up though.
Like when I'm in the house, when I was in the house and having things happen, it didn't ever feel bad. Anytime I saw him or felt him in his presence, it was very negative. So, yeah, that's my scary story.
I wouldn't want that. That is,
I wasn't.
I love horror movies, but that's because they're movies, and I love watching. And so if anything were like that to happen in my life, I would know what to do in the situation, even though they always do the wrong thing. So I know what not to do, I should say. But yeah, if that ever happened to me in real life, I wouldn't know what to do. I feel like I'd just have to stop the vehicle and, well, it depends on if they were on the side of the road, I would obviously keep going.
Right.
But if they were in the back seat or something.
Yeah, I had to slam on the brakes to look back. I'm like, what's going on?
I'd be out.
I was ready to get out of the vehicle.
Yeah. But then at the same time, like if you get out, like I don't know,
yeah.
what's the best?
You know, you hear people talk about it that see spirits all the time and all. Like,
Mhm.
you know, some people are just like, God, that'd be so cool. Believe me, it seems cool maybe, but when it's happened to you, it's not that cool.
No.
You're like, I just want this. I just want to be normal. Like that was not kind of freaky.
Yeah.
That's something I definitely wanted to experience. You know.
No. But at least now you have the experience. So if it happens again, yeah.
Yeah.
If it ever happens to me, I am calling you and be like, "What
What's
am
going
I
on?
supposed to do right now?" I know my scary memory is not necessarily like anything like that. Mine is just ended up being like a prank when I was a kid, but it was my family.
Okay.
So I would go to my grandma and grandpa's, and their neighbors were like their brother and sister. And so I would go to both of their houses every now and then just to hang out, and they would be babysitting me, just watching me for a while. And I remember going over to their neighbors, Kathy and Dick, and we would go to their house, and they had, like in the Thing, the Thing from Adam's Family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was the Thing. They had like just a plastic mold of Thing in their basement,
Oh wow.
and I was deathly afraid of it. I thought it was a real hand, and it could move and stuff. Like I think it had like some motorized stuff or something. It could move on it.
I
Like
think I've seen that thing.
yeah, it was scary as a kid, and if I saw it again, I would probably still be scared. I don't know, but they would always trick me, and my grandpa. Every now and then he would hold Thing in his and have a long sleeve shirt on,
And
ask me to high five or something or handshake, and I'd take his hand off, and it'd scare the living crap out of me. And yeah, so that was my scary thing that I could remember, because I was horrified for a while.
oh, I bet, especially as a kid.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought I like broke his hand off.
Do you think was Thing the scariest thing about Adam's Family for you? Was that
Well,
the scariest one on there?
I mean, like, it's weird though. Like, I wasn't bothered by watching the Addams Family.
No, absolutely not. But what I'm saying is like, if you were to be scared of one of those,
Oh yeah,
who do you think's like the
then
scary?
that would be my most scary.
Lurch was pretty scary.
Yeah, Lurch was interesting. He was,
but funny at
but
the same time.
But the fun thing about Lurch was like, I was a fast kid, so I could just get away.
Oh yeah,
I was faster. I mean, if he caught me, I'd be done.
Wednesday was pretty freaky.
Just the vibes that you got from Wednesday.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, that was one of my scary memories. Actually, I do have another, just a short one.
Yeah.
It was when I was in elementary school. This was when I was living in Stillwater, and there was this kid that he wasn't a bully. He was a pretty nice kid, from what I heard. I didn't know much about him at the time. The only thing that I knew about him is that not every time, but when I would go to recess every now and then, I have this terrible, like, I hate when people like mess with their eyes and stuff. But this kid knew how to like flip his eyelids, like inside out. And so it would look really, really creepy, and I hated it, right? And so he would do that, and I would just kind of get creeped out or whatever every now and then. But then he would like get in my face about it, and he'd like start chasing me, and I would like start having like these nightmares of this like flip-eyed monster chasing me. Obviously, it was just a kid doing it, but
gross.
Yeah, that was another little scary moment as a kid.
I had a kid in Indiana. There was a kid that he could flip his eyelids. He was double jointed in every part of his body. He could take his fingers and bend them all the way back to his.
Oh
his
yeah,
wrist.
I did.
He could like rubber band around it. I'm like, dude, that's so gross. And then he could bend his like arm.
I never saw the arm
different
thing.
thing.
I did see the finger thing where they could like bend it all the way back to their wrist, and yeah.
He could make his elbow like go in the opposite direction.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, stop. Like it wasn't like scary, but I was like grossed out. I'm like, stop, gross. Oh God. Oh.
Well, you're grossed out, but at the same time, like, what if he actually did accidentally like tear something?
That's
you know?
what and that's what I can't figure out. Like, I'd like to hear from a medical view of that. Like, how is that? Wouldn't you think you'd tear a ligament or something like that? Or
Yeah, or like, Maybe like if it's like I feel like you would have to get it out of the joint somehow and like get it back in. So I don't know like how frequent if you do that like that frequently. How are like now that we're older, like they're our age, like how do you think they feel now? Like do you think
Yeah. Think it's painful?
yeah, I bet it's painful.
Never thought of that.
Ouch.
Yeah. I'm in enough pain as it is.
I know.
I wake up now and I feel like I'm 80. So, all right. My next question.
Yes.
If you could start a secret society, what would your secret society be about?
A secret society. If I were to have a secret society, I think I would want it to be just me on an island with everything I've ever wanted or will ever need, but I can invite whoever I want whenever I want, but they can't come on unless I invite them on. So it's just kind of like
So it's just a secret club.
a secret club where I can just invite whoever whenever.
Nice.
We can still do this stuff. We can play disc golf. I can invite all my friends and family but then when I want to have my alone time, I can just do what I want when I want on that island, you know what I mean?
First rule of secret society club: we do not talk about secret society club.
I think that's Fight Club.
Oh, okay.
Oh shoot, I just brought it up.
We ruined it. Spoiler alert.
I just brought up the only
the one rule.
Damn it.
I would go super elaborate with mine.
How so?
So, if you're in the club,
Am I in the club?
Sure, we'll take
Okay,
you.
sweet.
But I think I'm going to draft people. I would draft people from college. Almost. Have you ever seen Skulls?
I have not.
Okay, well, watch the movie.
Okay.
It'd be similar to that, but I would get it to where it's not so greedy the way they have theirs. So, a quarter of your yearly salary would go to the society
A quarter. So it's
to help future society members.
is it like a tax or is it separate or how is that?
It's a donation.
It's a donation. Okay.
Forced donation.
A forced donation. So, but
But it would go.
this isn't like taxes. So, like, say, is your secret society? Is it like, say, like, are you in America? Like, or is this separate? Are you going to go like somewhere where you're not even a part of?
Hopefully,
anything?
eventually go worldwide.
Okay.
Because let me get into this now.
Okay.
So it would be to like help pay for schooling and all that for future members and all that. And eventually it would get so big and then once you're a member, you have to help out other members. Whatever your trade is, whatever you're good at, whatever your job is, free of charge.
Okay. So, like, if you are, say, a landscaper, you have to do all the landscaping for free for these people
If they want it.
if they want it. But if
You can't abuse your powers on taking advantage,
but these people can still make a profit outside of this society.
yes.
Okay.
Eventually it would get so big that if I needed to go get groceries, well, I have a member that's a grocery that owns a grocery store. Oh, I need plumbing. I got a member that's plumbing. Eventually we're going to have a free trade society. Boom. No more money in the world.
So nothing has, like, how are you going to trade goods? Like, what if I
shake of the hand?
Well, so like,
promise.
But I'm just saying, like, say, because I obviously am into disc golf, so I want as many discs as I can get.
Boom! I know the owner. One of the owners of Discraft is a member.
So I just get as many as I want.
You can't abuse it.
But I want as many as I like. Say I want like 100 discs. Is that how? I'm saying, how do you set the limits?
That's where it gets tricky.
Okay.
This is where we gotta get. This is where you gotta have. This is why it's a society, and there would be conversation of what's what, what's fair.
Okay.
Almost like a minimum wage. I haven't worked out all the kinks.
I was gonna say because I I'm having questions, but I'm not exactly sure which ones
Do
I
you
want
get the
to
Do you get
ask.
the route I'm going on though?
I get the
The
premise of it.
concept,
Yeah, I
the
get
concept is not fully worked out. I haven't really knocked out all the kinks, and this is probably never going to happen for me. but
Well, I mean, I'm trying to
but
get my head
I think
around
I
it.
thought it was a good idea. I was like, boom, we could get free society. I wish things weren't. If you ever seen the movie Swing Vote,
Nope, I haven't seen that either.
it's with Kevin Costner,
Okay.
my favorite actor.
Yeah.
If you remember, if
I
you've seen
remember.
the other episodes, it's based on who can become president. And it comes down to one vote, and it's Kevin Costner's vote, and he plays kind of a uneducated man,
Mm-hmm.
but he holds a debate, and at the debate he asks one of the guys, he goes, if America is the land of the free, why is it so expensive to live here?
Yeah. So you're basically combating that and like
Yes.
going with that mentality.
Yes,
No, and I understand like the
my
concept
concept
behind
is
it.
right.
Yeah, you have a good concept.
I just got to figure out.
There's a lot to figure out because I mean, say there's somebody that needs more plumbing than somebody else, like because somebody needs to basically get an entire plumbing system where somebody else just needs their toilet fixed. Like there's a pretty big difference there.
Right.
But then what if you need more from the person that you just fixed their toilet, and then you don't need anything from the person that you did everything for? You know what I mean? So you're not really going to get compensated fairly necessarily.
Why does it have to be fair?
I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% fair. I'm just trying to say, like,
I think we would have to set a limit on living, a baseline, and everybody's at that baseline. Nobody's up here.
So or down here.
And nobody's down here.
It's
Everybody is here.
Like I understand a little, but I'm still having some troubles. But I understand.
I am too. I don't have, like I said, I don't have everything planned out on it, but I think it would be great to just,
because I want the less fortunate. I want them to be able to experience everything like that, like we're experiencing. Like,
I know there's going to be so many arguments coming my way about this.
Yeah, and I'm saying like I get
it.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm in the middle because I'm not obviously I'm not super rich, and I don't feel like I'm super poor. And so I'm just trying to figure out, like, I want people that don't have as much as me. I want them to experience what I have. I want them to experience more than what I have.
Exactly.
Like, but it's tough because there's a lot of people out there that don't need a lot to survive. But then there's also people out there that need Coach purses, like 100 of those, and like, you know what I mean? So it all depends on what
There's going to be abuse from both ends of the spectrum.
Exactly what I was trying to get at. So the people that
that's what I'm saying.
Do the abusing,
I don't have like all the kinks figured out on it, man. But this was, like I said, a rough draft of us.
And I'm sorry to put so many holes in it. I'm just trying to. I was just trying to figure it out.
My ship is going down.
I'm not trying to put your ship down.
It is what it is. I'm running out of corks to plug the holes.
This is why I want to start my society where it's just me.
Just on an island.
I don't care.
Easy. Get off my island. I like it though.
But I'm a simple guy. Just want a private island that has everything that I ever wanted.
Pretty easy. We're not asking for much here. So, all right, what's your next question?
All right, do you want to be, it's actually kind of rolls in with yours. Do you want to be successful? And my question not only is successful in your eyes, but do you want to be successful in from what other people think is quote unquote successful? Like having like the nice house, the perfect marriage, the perfect children, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the American dream success. Or do you have a different mind of success?
I would say I would have to answer both ways on this one. I do want success, obviously. Who doesn't?
Everybody does.
Everybody wants it. But in whose eyes of success are we looking for?
And that's exactly what I'm like trying to see from you. That's my question is like,
Yeah.
from your point of view,
My
success.
my view of success might be different from your view of success.
Exactly.
And I just want the success of my eyes.
Yes.
I could care too less about anybody else's eyes.
That's exactly what I was trying to get at. So like, say somebody says that you need to have this much money a year, you need to have this going on in your life, you need this. You don't believe in any of that. You just want to be successful in your eyes.
Yes.
You want to be able to,
Yeah,
just be happy. Basically.
be happy. Yeah, I just want to be happy.
You and I
If
were
I'm
on
happy,
the same page.
yeah. And if my happiness isn't your happiness, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But don't tell me how to live.
Exactly. No, that was kind of my point, because there's definitely people that like feel like you're either on social media or you just see them out in public, and sometimes you'll see somebody give somebody a kind of a weird look, but you're like, well, maybe that person doesn't view themselves like that. Maybe they are looking at them like that, and they're like, I can't believe that they are living that kind of a life. Like, who needs to have all of that excess? Like, why can't you just live your life doing with what you have? Like, just make the best of what you have.
Right.
No, that was my answer to the question too. Like, in my own view, yes, I want to be successful, but I don't want to be successful if it's anybody else's view of success.
Right. I agree. Yeah, it's sad how people. I wish we could get rid of judgment all the way around. Man, this is getting into a very intense conversation about some deep topics here.
Well, I know
on the stupidest podcast.
Yeah, we're starting to think on the stupidest podcast.
I don't like it. Like we might learn something here. But yeah, I especially with the world today, there's so much going on. It's so much. Mm-hmm. I wish we could just quit judging everybody and everything. Just if you don't like it, change the channel.
Yeah, let's just be happy together.
Yeah. Go if something's bugging you, don't look in that direction, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as they're not hurting somebody physically or emotionally.
Yep.
Toughen up.
There you go.
Like
let's lighten the mood. Let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about boobs.
So but yeah. Let's just live.
Exactly.
Just live. Have a good time. Be stupid.
Do stupid things to a degree. Don't do something.
That was kind of why I wanted to start this podcast too. Like comedy and this should bring a smile to your face. Like,
Yeah, if
comedy right now is a huge thing, I think, in the world today, because we really need a laugh right now. This whole world needs a good laugh.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm doing this is because it's fun. If I'm not having fun, if you're not having fun,
I'm not doing it anymore.
I'm gonna stop. Yeah,
but I'm having a blast.
Yeah, and exactly, and I want to be able to. Hopefully, we bring smile to people's faces and bring them some joy, or at least a little bit of entertainment to get them away from things for a while, and have them start thinking about stupid stuff. So, and of course, now we're thinking about the deep stuff. So I think we should.
Yeah, we need to get off this.
Let's get to the next question.
Starting to pull on some heartstrings here. So, is it me?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna really lighten the mood here. All right, we're definitely gonna switch topics here.
Okay.
When you wipe your ass, do you go from the side? Like, do you do the lean and wipe? Do you go between the legs, or do you go from like the back? The back up?
I guess, what's the difference between the side and the back? Because either way, like if you go to the back, you have to go to the side.
So from the back, what I mean is, like, do you stand up?
Oh, okay.
Where from the side you're doing like the lean, and wipe, and from the back you're standing up and reaching back there.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm going from
hold on.
Okay, sorry.
And then the second part of this is, before you wipe, does the toilet paper matter on how it's set up? Do you like the roll where the roll comes over the top, or it hangs down from underneath?
Okay.
Is there a preference, or does it bug you? Especially with you, I definitely wanted to ask you this because of your OCD.
Oh yeah, I have pretty bad OCD.
Yeah.
But no, like for the wiping process, I go from the side. 'Cause I'm a lean.
You're a leaner.
I'm a leaner because I don't
have you always been a leaner?
I've always been a leaner. Yeah, I've never really gone from the front or whatever. I've never thought that would be.
Who's gonna drag?
Yeah,
drag across your balls.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. I mean, I probably have done it, like when I'm like maybe I was maybe I was sick or something, and I like just didn't feel like moving at all. Maybe my body was sore or something.
Never stood up though, huh?
I have stood up. I was actually about to get to that. So say like you have one of those bigger ones, you know.
Yep.
You want to make sure you got it all, and like you just stand up real quick, wipe just to make sure you had everything.
Yep.
Sometimes you might miss a little bit, and you don't want to do that. Like I said, I got OCD, and I don't want to have.
Well, them underwears are over.
Yeah, I don't want to have stuff where it's not supposed to be, and that's number one priority is number two.
Right.
So
absolutely.
But yeah, no, I'm a side guy. I'm a leaner for I'd say 99% of the time. How about you?
I'm a leaner.
You're a leaner.
But I used to be a stander.
Okay, like as a kid or
as a kid, yeah.
Okay.
Up until like middle school, and then I was like, why am I standing?
Would you stand on your feet or on your hands while you did it?
I put my feet up in the air.
Yeah, that's what I was
like a handstand. It worked a lot better.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that way you can get up and around.
Yeah,
it's better.
Spreads a little easier.
Better angle.
Yeah, and then I went to the Jean-Claude Van Damme split mode.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't either. Tried it once and it didn't go well.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it would.
But how about the toilet paper?
Toilet paper, I know I'm pretty particular about things, but I'm not. I don't
particular
really.
About that?
I don't.
It doesn't bother you.
Don't care about the toilet paper. Actually, right now, if you were to go upstairs, we don't even have it on a roll.
Yeah, I know. You got like a little basket.
Yeah, we got a basket. So I mean, upstairs.
That's nice.
Down here, I think we do have it on a little roll that I have for one of my old bathrooms.
There's a bathroom down here?
Yeah, there's a bathroom right there.
That's a bathroom?
That's a bathroom.
I definitely did not know there was a bathroom down here.
I'm gesturing over to the bathroom that is literally 6 feet from me.
Oh, that's what the reserved parking sign's for then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, no, there is a roll there. I couldn't tell you.
Dude, I've been coming up
right
here
now.
for how long, and I swear to God, I did not know that was a bathroom.
Yeah. If you ever wanted to sleep down here, you're good to go. Like you have nothing to worry about. You got the bathroom there. You can bring a beverage down, have a snack.
I should sleep down here.
It's quiet, super quiet. It gets a little chilly sometimes in the winter, but
no TV though.
Yeah, but you can
I like that white note. I could use my phone or
use your phone or your laptop.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I might do that tonight.
Exactly. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't even tell you which way, if it's facing up or down here. I wouldn't care. It's toilet paper. I know people are very passionate about either side, but I'm not going to take a stance on this one. I want to be a leaner, just like when I wipe.
I like it over the top.
Are you very is that it has to be that way?
It bugs me when it's not. It doesn't have to be that way, but it does bug me a little bit.
I've heard the reasonings behind either of them, and I like the debate on either side. But what's your main...
I definitely think it matters in a public bathroom.
Why is that?
Well, because their rolls are, you know how yours is horizontal with a wall?
Yeah.
At a home one? Theirs is like pulling towards... You know what I mean?
It depends on the bathroom.
At a home one, you're pulling out, where at a gas station, you're pulling towards you.
Well, it depends though, because at the gas station ones, a lot of them are sideways roll.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's on the sideways roll.
Yep.
So if it's not wrapped the right way,
oh, I see. Then you have to pull away from yourself,
and then it's also getting caught on that little cutter edge that they have on there. So then you go to pull. And it rips off like one little sheet. Well, then you're sitting there, another one little sheet. Oh, down another little one.
Now I know what you're saying. Yeah,
that's when it really bugs me. And that being said, if you own a gas station, can we get 2-ply?
At least 2-ply.
Can we get 2-ply toilet paper? Can we outlaw the single-ply toilet paper?
I feel like that's a good law to have in place because this is one of my little.
I don't need to wipe and say a prayer at the same time that my finger's not going to pop through.
Yeah. No, I have this little saying that I thought I was trying to like work with it with like a concept of a joke. It's not 100% there yet, but I used to work at a place that would have double or even triple ply toilet paper, right? And so I felt like I was working at a really good company. But
you do you not when you go, like, especially if you start a new company and they got 2-ply or triple ply, and do you not feel like, dude, I made it, I'm in first class job now?
I did feel like that. However, I didn't make enough money at that company that I could actually afford that luxury at home. So I knew I worked for a good company, but I knew I didn't have a good position at that company.
You just steal it from the work then.
You could, but I mean,
just kidding.
It's a catch-22 because you're like, oh, I'm at this great place that doesn't treat me well, you know.
Nice.
That's the way I felt.
That was one the bowling alley when we worked there.
Yep.
Remember when we went to the automatic paper towel dispensers?
Yep.
The rolls of paper for the old dispensers didn't fit in the automatic ones, so they were going to throw like 3 boxes full of paper towels away.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I took them all home.
Nice. That's a good thing.
I'm like, you guys are going to throw? You're like, yeah, they don't fit.
Yeah.
Like, why are we wasting that? I'm like, I'll take it. I took it home. It was great. I had paper towels for days. I mean, it wasn't the greatest paper towels, but it was paper towels.
It's free paper towels is free paper towels.
Mm-hmm.
That'll save you a lot of money in the long run. Because sometimes paper towels, like if you get the good stuff, it gets spendy.
Yep. So that's my question.
Sweet. All right. So have you ever had a bad interview? Whether this be like you're interviewing somebody for like a class or for a job, or like just you yourself going to a job interview. Have you ever had any like bad experiences?
No, I don't think so. But the job that I am right now, landscape, when I first got into this, I thought it was one of the dumbest, like, not dumb, but funniest interviews. So I do landscaping and lawn care and all that. And when I went to go get this job, he asked me, "Do you know how to start a mower?" And I was like, "What?"
That was
the very first question he asked me, and I'm like, "What? Do I know how to start? Yes, I know how to start a mower.
I wouldn't have applied.
Yeah, right." and he goes, "Oh, okay, good." So then I start the job, and I start.
So that was the only interview question.
No, he gave me a couple others, but I can't remember.
Okay.
That's the one that sticks out.
Yeah.
And I've been to working with these guys for 6 years now, and after working and seeing some of these kids and some of these grown men, I seen why he asked me. There's people that don't know how to start a mower, start a weed whip, start a blower, start any kind of tool.
Wow, that's interesting.
And I go, wow.
Why would you apply for a job that's the main
I don't get it. I don't.
I mean, it's something that you could obviously learn, but I mean, that's something that shouldn't necessarily sometimes. At a job like that, you feel like you should have some sort of experience.
And the thing is every summer we seem to get 1 or 2 guys like that. That just are dumbasses.
Well, I mean, they'd be great for our podcast.
Yeah, they could talk on here for days, and you feel like these guys are stupid.
Well, they would fit right in.
And I always tell them at the start of the season, I'll take a lazy person over a dumbass.
I mean, I have always thought that. And I'm a pretty lazy person myself, but the reason
I don't want either one of them.
Well, no,
but if I have to choose between the two, I'm taking the lazy guy.
Well, I'm saying lazy is a good quality sometimes because a lazy person is going to find the quickest, easiest way to get the job done.
Yep.
That's how I live my life. I'm a lazy person. I want to get the job done, and so I can do nothing.
And it's done.
Yeah, it's done, and now I can go enjoy myself. I can go play disc golf. I can go do comedy. I can do the podcast.
The lazy guy is going to get the job done. It may not be the right way. It may not be the way you want it, but it's done.
Yep.
You get the dumbass, he's going to say he's done, and you got to go redo it.
And it might take you twice as long.
Yeah, because now you got to fix whatever he messed up.
Yeah.
That's why I always said I'll take the lazy guy over the dumb guy.
Obviously, you don't want either.
I don't want either.
You want a hard.
But if I got to settle for one, I can try to push the lazy guy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I always consider myself. I consider myself lazy. I'm hardworking, but I'm lazy. And again, I feel
that's why I settled for you on this podcast.
Yeah, because I would work hard.
You
but
get the job done, but
get the job done. And I'm very OCD, so I'll do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had a bad interview. I had one at a fast food place. And I remember going into this fast food joint, and I sat with the manager, and she's sitting there, and all of a sudden she hears just a slight vibration because my phone was on vibrate. And she's like, "Is that your phone going off?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I think that is. Sorry, I have it on vibrate. I should have turned it to silent." She's like, "Yes, you should have." I'm like,
rude.
I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, obviously I knew the interview wasn't going well." Not 1 minute later, her phone rings, but rings, and she answers it.
Did you rip into her?
Oh, I was just like, "Oh, I thought you weren't supposed to have your phone on an interview." She's like, "Yeah, but I'm not being interviewed." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're interviewing somebody. Like, it's an interview. Like, you should still have the same courtesy as the interviewee." You know what I'm saying? Like,
respect me as you want me to respect you.
Exactly. And then I want to say maybe 3 to 5 minutes later, her daughter comes over to us at the table, demanding money from her. And I'm like, do you need to talk privately, or like, I'm just sitting there. It's super awkward.
Oh.
I'm like, "Do you want me to like go somewhere else?" And she's like, No. I'll go deal with this." And she literally left the interview to go deal with her daughter. I'm sitting there very uncomfortable, not knowing what to do. Again, this is one of my very, very first interviews,
right.
Before I've ever had a job.
Right.
Thinking like, is this really what an interview is like? It was just the craziest thing that has ever happened to me, and I just never want to work at a place like that. And
that's terrible.
It was awkward, and just, I'm like, okay, you have no respect, even though my phone vibrated, and it was like a text message. It wasn't like a phone call. It was just like a quick vibration rather than an actual phone call that she answers. Like, I don't know. It was dumb to me.
Very stupid.
Yeah. Man, we're going to get a lot of people that can work for us, though.
Right?
I got to go find her.
Yeah, there's plenty out there. All right. What is the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
Weirdest thing? I guess it's not really like... I guess it's not like really super weird, but actually I had Josh and Chantel when I was living in Plymouth. They stayed over one time, and they stayed over multiple times, but I remember Chantel would talk in her sleep every now and then.
Yeah.
I never heard this, but Josh would tell me stories, and this actually happened at my apartment one time. And it was the middle of the night, like 1, 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden Josh like woke up because he heard Shan going, And he's like, what is going on? And again, she did it again. She's like, He's like, "Shan, what's so yummy?" "Spaghetti." Not a real conversation. Like, I don't know exactly like what happened. And then he woke her up, and he's like, "Shan, like, what's going on? Like, why are you talking about spaghetti?" And she's like, what's going on? Like, nothing happened. Yeah, it was just kind of a funny little story that happened.
That's funny.
It's not weird, but I thought it was kind of funny, kind of cute.
This didn't happen to me, but it happened to college buddies at their apartment. We were hanging out, and I was sitting there, and I go, "What is that smell?" And he goes, "So you smell it too?" And I go, "Yeah, there's definitely a smell in here, dude. It's terrible." And we start tearing apart his house, and we finally find where the smell is coming from, and it's coming from the bathroom. And I go, "What is?" We in the register in the vent, we took that out, and inside was a dress, and it had shit all over it.
Oh no.
So I go, "What is this?" He goes, "Dude, this was our the roommate that's not here." He goes, "He brought this girl home, and that was the dress she was wearing."
Oh, so she just had an accident or something.
Something happened, and she just shoved it down the register.
Oh, so what did she wear after? Like, did she?
I don't know. I never got that whole story out of it, but who does that?
Yeah, like, okay, well, instead of I'm gonna throw this in the garbage so nobody sees her, just throws it in a vent. So obviously somebody's gonna find it someday.
Oh yeah, it's obviously gonna smell or catch on fire.
Yeah. Wow, what a dummy.
Stupid.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that had to be the weirdest, grossest thing. Like, it stunk so bad.
I can't imagine doing that. Like, even if I had the worst thing happen and it was just all over, like, say it was in your underwear.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'd find a different way to get rid of it. I'd
I'd throw it in the garbage bag that's there or something, or that garbage, and take the can and be like, "Hey, dude, I gotta take this out for you."
Yeah, just be honest about it. That'd be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe go out in the backyard, bury it.
Yeah, I looked at him, I go, "Did she walk out of here naked?" And he goes, "No, I think she was wearing his, like, gym shorts or something like that." I'm like, "Oh.
That's one way."
That's so gross."
If I ever... Now I'm going to question anytime I have a girl over and she's asking to wear my
clothes,
and she's like, I'm like, "Well, what happened to your dress that you were wearing?" I got to check all my vents now.
Yeah, right. It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Oh, dang. Now you got me thinking.
Hmm.
All right. My next question is, have you ever named your car or vehicle, whatever vehicle you had?
I've never named one of my main vehicles, but I remember I had that old truck.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Yeah.
I named her Old Betsy.
Old Betsy.
I even put it on the bumper.
Ooh.
I got the...
Like a bumper sticker type?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, those shiny lettering.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So I put that on there. Old Bessie. OL.
Oh, wow. Yep.
So that was the only vehicle that I ever named.
That's a good one.
I feel like you name almost all your vehicles, though.
I have named them, but I don't even remember what I named them. Because I like start off with a name and then just...
It changes.
Well, it either changes or I just forget about it. And I'm just like, a couple of years pass and I'm just like, oh, okay, well.
You named this one, right?
I just named my new one.
You mentioned that in the last episode, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I named my my new Nissan Rogue. I named it Forest because it's forest green. And I named it... Forrest Bartholomew Radamont.
I like the Bartholomew.
I gave it a full name.
Nice, I like it.
It's going
to be a family member. Yeah. I mean, you're going to be around for a while now.
Yeah, this one's going to stick around for a while because, I mean, I can do anything. I can go camping with it. I can do everything.
I like that vehicle. You got a good vehicle.
I love it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I love the extra space. I can do everything I want. It's actually got a hitch.
I've been trying to talk you into an SUV for how many years?
You have, and I finally went.
Finally pulled the trigger.
Yeah, finally jumped on the bandwagon.
If I sent you into a store to buy items that would make it really awkward at the checkout counter, what items would you buy?
Well, there are items that I feel like you could just make in itself
awkward,
but I went with a combo. So I went with... I don't know what store is going to sell these items. I'm just hoping that there is one that I can send you in. But I want you to buy a hamster
Okay.
I want you to buy baby carrots
Okay.
so you can
Yep.
get them to do what you want. Train them for a while.
Okay.
I want you to get a tube,
Okay.
and I want you to get some lube. Those are the 4 items I want you to get. And I want you to describe how you're going to... No, I'm not going to go that detailed.
I would ask you to go to this first. Do you think this hamster's too big?
Too big for what? What are you planning on doing with this hamster?
Sir, I cannot sell you this animal.
Yeah, no, I'm not condoning this. Please, this is never.
This is a joke. It was just a joke. But
I was trying to be funny.
That's hilarious.
I thought that'd be fun.
Because I went around the same. I went with hemorrhoid cream.
Oh yeah, yep.
With KY lube and Preparation H.
Okay, all at the same time. So I'm having
yeah. There's something going on back there.
I'm having a day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Why is that an awkward thing? Why does that have to be awkward stuff?
I don't know. Anything that you buy, if you include lube in that, I feel like it's gonna be awkward.
Were you ever, like, when you bought your first condoms, were you nervous?
Yeah, I was a little nervous, but I mean, like, yes and no. Like, I was nervous, and at the same time, I was like, I don't know, a little proud, because I was like, I mean, like I said, I was a little older when I was able to.
You know what I did?
What?
I bought every size.
Oh, so you could test them out and.
I just didn't want to go up there and be like, yeah, test them out. That's what I was doing.
Oh. Buy all the sizes so you can hide the fact that you need the extra large.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a smart thing to do because it throws them off the trail.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
This isn't for
Keep
me.
them wondering.
This isn't for me. I'm having a party, okay? Like, this is for whoever wants to come. I want them to feel at home. I want them to feel comfortable.
But I really did. I actually bought almost every style that was on the rack.
That must have been expensive.
Yeah, I think I spent $80 on condoms.
Wow, I don't think I've spent $80 on condoms in my life.
I was like, and that being said, I was like, I did it just to figure out like the learning process of them and all that, But then now looking back at it, I'm like, I bet you the person at that checkout counter was like, Jesus, this kid is.
Yeah, I would be so confused. I'd be like, you need this size? You need this? What?
Yeah, right. I to be honest, after doing this, I think I'd love to interview that counter person. Like, what was going through your mind? What were you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, like, unless you're like selling them selling them individually on the street or something. Like, hey, got what you need over here.
Want these or you want these?
Yeah,
I got rib for her pleasure. I got some for you.
What size do you need? I got all.
I got all sizes. All right.
That's a nice little side hustle you can get going.
Oh man, did you ever carry one in your wallet?
No.
No.
Nope. I was never that confident.
I did.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
never. It wasn't like just from the old movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand the concept, but like
I had it in there for so long that it left an imprint on the leather wallet.
Wow.
Like you could see it. And I remember looking, what's this ring? Like,
well, you know what it is. Yeah, no, I've never had that. It wasn't the confidence thing. It was a joke, but I just never felt like it would be safe, I always felt like if I sat on it, it would rip somehow in my wallet.
Oh, like I said, that one never got used.
Okay. It was just kind of
it was almost like a lucky.
Like, yeah, to say, hey, you know what? This could happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's your next question?
My next question is, have you ever taken the fall for something that you didn't do?
Nothing horrible. Nothing real bad. But I'll do it. Like, at work, I'll do stuff. I'll be like, I'm the one that fucked that up. All right, I'll take the blame on this.
And that's something that you didn't do.
It is something that I didn't do.
You just knew the person that did it might have gotten in more
trouble than what I would have gotten in.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like I've done that at work too, where you're just like sitting there and you know the person that like messed up for like the 4th time that day. You're like, dude, I got this one. Like,
yeah, I'll take care of you.
Yeah, they don't care if I do anything wrong because
I've been here forever.
Yeah, I've been here for years, and this is like somebody like just starting. So you're like, I'll help you out, man.
Right.
No, I understand that. Mine is I never really had to like take the fall for this one. It was just kind of an interesting little thing that happened in college.
Yeah.
So we were having some friends over, and I was never really much of a drinker, like in high school and like in college. I know, it comes to a surprise for everybody.
All the stories we've heard about you already. Come on.
I know. No, I was never much of a drinker. Actually, I didn't drink in high school, and then in college, I drank a little bit. That's kind of where I like started getting into it a little bit. But this story takes place before I got into the drinking. So my roommates would have people over and they would be drinking, and I mean, I might have a beer or two with them, but I never like got into the drinking. But they drank so much that they would create like a beer pyramid with all of the cans. Yeah. Well, they made the mistake. We had the lights on like inside, and we had the shades closed so people couldn't see what was going on. But they saw the pyramid, knew it was cans because you could see it was that size and it was that shape or whatever. And so, yeah, they obviously knew we were drinking. And the RA or whatever they're called, the
resident advisor, RA.
Yep, RA, came up and knocked on the door, and all of a sudden everybody that was drinking was panicked. I'm like, I wasn't worried because I wasn't drinking. Like, I had maybe a beer that night. That was it. But everybody was panicking. They thought they were going to get in trouble or whatever. People were literally, we were on, like, I had a balcony, and people would jump off the balcony. It wasn't super high. It was maybe 6 to 10 feet high. But people would jump off the balcony, and they just ran away. Like, the people that weren't a part of this. And so they just left. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to clean up all the beer cans. I'm throwing them into a garbage little bag, and I threw them in the tub. So I got rid of all the cans. It took me like 30 seconds to a minute. And again, they were knocking, like wondering where I was at. And so I finally answered the door. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm sorry. I was napping on the couch. I didn't hear you for a little bit. And they're like, well, what was all that ruckus? I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they're like, well, I heard some noises. I saw this pyramid shape outside your window. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. There's nobody in here but me. Like, and there's no pyramid, there's no anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, well, can I come in? I'm like, be my guest. And so I showed them around the apartment or whatever. They even went into the bathroom. They didn't check the tub where I had all the beer. Luckily, like I got real lucky about that.
I bet you were sweating.
Oh, I was standing in front of the tub though, so they didn't like get in that way. So I could kind of be a little goalie.
Right.
And finally they left or whatever, and they're like, well, we had a noise complaint about you guys. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I must have had the TV on too loud or something. I'm sorry. I'll turn it down. And nothing ever happened.
Nice.
So I took the fall without really having to take a fall. I was able to step up during that occasion and help out.
Nice.
So
that's sweet. That's a good move. That's a good friend right there.
Well, why wouldn't I do that? Like, like I'm not gonna not help somebody. Especially my friends. I loved them. I still love them.
Nice. I like it, man. That's sweet. That's jumping on the grenade.
I didn't really see it that way though, because like I didn't have any beer in me, and if they found the cans, I could have blamed it on the neighbors because it was a shared bathroom. Like, you know what I mean? So I could have been.
And you live there, right?
Yeah, I lived there. So I'm like, I could have just blamed somebody else, though, because I'm like,
what would have happened if you would have been busted, though?
We might have got some sort of punishment. I don't know what would have actually happened.
Okay.
Well, we got away with it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say what university or anything. I don't want them to come back and be like, hey, I'm getting you now.
Give me your diploma back. All right. I got another really dumb question for you.
What's that?
How many chickens do you think it would take to kill an elephant?
203.
203. Only 203?
Yep.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. That's just a number I came up with. But I feel like 200 or so of anything can take anything on.
An elephant?
I don't know, man. Like,
It's 1,000 pound. I don't know how much that weigh, but
well, yeah, but that's one elephant.
yeah.
You know, is it a baby elephant? Is it an
Oh, I'm talking
elephant?
an adult. I'm talking full grown adult elephant.
Is it an elderly elephant? Is it on its deathbed? Is it, I'm saying, like, maybe there's 200 chickens. What if
A full size, mature, healthy elephant?
what if these is it like what if okay, I'm gonna say it's 200 chickens, or it could be even less if the chickens were trained, because you can train animals to do
So like
stuff.
chicken fighters.
Yeah,
Cockfighters.
yeah. What if they're trained chickens, or what if you had 200 trained chickens?
Dude, my number's so much different than yours.
What's your number?
I want 100,000.
Oh my, 100,000 for sure.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
want that.
overload.
I want that elephant surrounded.
I don't want you suffocate.
I want you to be like, what is underneath all those chickens? And you go, oh, it's an elephant.
I feel like at that point, that elephant is not going to be like those. That many.
Like,
chickens
how much
could
damage do
eat-
you think a chicken's gonna do to an elephant?
I'm not saying like I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm talking like take this elephant down.
I feel like 200 of anything can take anything down. If I saw 200 chickens, they are. I would. Well, I mean, if they're like,
I feel like you have never been on a farm.
I'm envisioning these things are like attacking it, like right.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not just sitting around, just roaming around like in a farm.
Yeah.
So if they're attacking me, I feel like 200 chickens, I'm not going to be able to win. I'll be able to fight off some, yes, but I'm not going to be able to fight off all of them.
Oh, I could.
They're going to get me.
Absolutely.
200's a lot.
Not for an elephant.
Maybe for an elephant, maybe it'd be more. I'm just saying
that's
200's
a big.
a lot.
I mean, look what an elephant can pull.
Well, what's pulling have to do with?
Strength.
Well,
Those
obviously,
things are strong, stable animals.
well, strength, yeah, but like it does. They're not going to pull the chickens. You know what
All
I'm
right, if
saying?
you're listening to this, next post that we post up, we're gonna post something after this episode comes out.
Okay, about how many chickens it takes.
Whose side are they on?
Okay.
Your 200 or my 100,000? Who do you think's more realistic here?
Yours is definitely more realistic. I'm on your side. I'm just saying 200 chickens, that's a lot of chickens.
Yeah, but your 200 chickens aren't even gonna.
I have 200 trained chickens. Though. You have 100,000 untrained chickens.
I'm saying your 200 chickens, when it goes to attack the elephant's gonna be like, "Hey, scratch a little higher."
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So,
because what if I have like an assassin chicken? He goes for the throat of the elephant.
how many of these chickens do you think there are in the world? Goes for the throat?
You never know. They're attacking. They're going to go for wherever they need to.
Yeah, but what's it? Like,
What if
we're not arming
200
this chicken.
What if there's 200 chickens?
Okay.
And they are able to train themselves to get up to mouth level, get inside his throat, and just clog up his throat, and he's dead. Or get up into his trunk.
Oh, we could just go down to one chicken then.
You can go down to 1 or 3 chickens if you want to get the nostrils and the mouth. Then he's done. Can't do anything.
Now you might get me.
I win.
I'm still going with my 100,000.
100,000. I'm saying that you're definitely taking down an elephant with 100,000.
At 100,000, I was still iffy.
You were iffy?
Yeah, I was like,
No,
maybe.
200.
Dude, he's gonna munch like just stomp like 200 at a time. I think almost.
I said 203, but I'm even willing to drop down to 200. I don't even need those extra 3.
Well, all right. I'm gonna put up a post when this thing's released, and we're gonna talk about this.
People aren't going to like my answer until they listen to this part, though. I feel like I have some good arguments.
I think you're way off.
I have some solid arguments.
You did on the throat thing. That was about it.
And the trained chickens is going for the throat.
We're not arming these chickens.
I don't say they're armed. I'm saying they're trained.
So you think what do you think's going to go at the throat? His claws?
The pecker. not the chicken's pecker, but his pecker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His beak.
His beak, not his pecker. His pecker beak.
That thing's not that sharp. Have you ever been pecked by a chicken?
Nope.
Yeah. It's not going to pierce the elephant's neck, I'll tell you that.
Well, then I might change that. I didn't know that. I thought it was sharp. I thought he could bite.
It's going to hurt, but it's not going to draw blood.
200 of them, if they all do it at the same time, they're going to get all the way around that elephant's neck.
All right.
He's going to be hurt.
This definitely went more in depth than I thought this question was going to go.
I was trying to.
No, I liked it. You did good. But you're definitely way wrong.
I'm taking this serious. I'm sticking with my 200.
All right.
200, I said.
We're going to find out who's going to agree with you.
200 trained chickens over 100,000 untrained chickens.
I think you're wrong, but we'll see.
Do I get to train these chickens personally?
Yeah.
Then
I'll let you.
Then I'm probably not going to be able to do it. I'm going to hire somebody else that knows what they're doing. I'm not going to take that one.
I could just see you sitting in your bedroom with all the chickens on the bed, and you're playing video games. See, this is how you're going to take them down. Right here. Watch.
Take note.
This is called the 2002 WWF. Look at that. It's called the suplex. If you guys can do that, I think you got him.
Yeah. I'll even watch them. I'll be like, hey, you take note. Hey, what's that chicken scratch right there? You get it because they're chickens?
Chickens. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Your turn.
Okay. If you could go back in time, what time would you want to go back to and why?
To live and enjoy? All right. What kind of lifestyle am I living?
Whatever lifestyle you want. So you can go back in time, if you could either go back in time of your life and re-experience stuff for your life, or if you could just go back in time to experience a different generation or a different atmosphere, or maybe even a different place. Like, would you go somewhere else? Would you even stay on Earth? Would you maybe try to go to a different planet if there was a different time zone there? Obviously, it's a different time zone because it probably don't even have time.
I have multiple different answers for this.
I want to hear all of them.
I would for the life experience, go to around like Christian time, like when Jesus was born.
Okay, why is that?
Just for that life. Life experience.
So you could say that you were there?
Yeah, that, and just see what life was like and experience it and see what it was really about.
So are you going to write about that experience? Are you going to basically create a new...
Yeah, I'm going to journal about it.
So are you going to create a new, Bible? Or are you just going to journal it?
Maybe I'd be part of the Bible.
Yeah?
Book of Justin.
The Book of Justin.
Oh.
I don't even know what the other books are.
Mark, John, Luke. New Testament, Old Testament.
You know more than me. I like the Book of Justin, though. It's got a catchy name. I like Justin.
Right? But, I would do that for the experience. I would live in, the time of Caesar.
Okay.
And all that. For the culture.
E tu, Brute.
Yeah. I would do that for the culture. I would love to live in, if I was going to be I wouldn't say villain, but criminal. Mm-hmm. Wild West days.
Okay, yep. I could definitely see you wanting to go back there. That's kind of what I thought you would go for.
If I had to choose one, that's probably the one I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
The Wild Wild West. But that would be cool. And then I would also go, that would be tough between that one or the Prohibition era. Be just a gangster.
That'd be an interesting one, just to kind of see what life
Give
was
Al
like back
Capone a
then.
run for his money.
You think you'd take him over? You think you'd win?
I'd be his competitor, and I will done me.
I wouldn't want to do that one.
Yeah, that one's kind of dangerous.
That's very dangerous. You could maybe do it for a little while, but you might not be able to come back and live this life after.
What Capone? He was part of the mob, right? Like,
I'm not 100%, but I think he was like, he did his own, like, he created his own little
mob.
Yeah. Like, I don't
We
think
should study up on that.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but I feel like he had like his little ring of everything.
Al Capone, like that's Italian, right? Al Capone.
I think so.
Yeah, Italian mafia. Dang. Yeah, that would probably be the two that I would have a tough time choosing from. But I think Wild West.
Wild West. I could definitely see you as that. That's the kind of...
Because I could definitely see myself in both lifestyles. I could be the criminal and go rob stagecoaches and banks.
But you can also be the guy that...
But I could also be the sheriff of the town.
Maybe at the same time.
Maybe begin life one way.
Yeah.
And then go the other.
How would you do that, though? Would you start in crime and then get to be a sheriff?
I would probably start the crime.
Or would you start as a sheriff, get away with some crime?
No. Start as crime and then become the sheriff and be like, hey, this is how I used to do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let people know, but one step ahead of the game.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good to that, because then you would know the mindset of those criminals.
Have you ever seen Banshee?
Nope. I have to watch a lot of stuff. I'm
Banshee's good. That's almost the same concept.
Okay.
He was an outlaw, and then he comes into this town, and the sheriff dies. Just the day that he comes into town, and he ends up taking over and saying he's the new sheriff.
There you go. He knows exactly how to protect everybody.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good show. Yeah. What about you?
I just had a boring answer, I guess. I said I just wanted to go back to childhood because it was so easy.
Yeah.
You had no responsibilities. All you had to do was go play.
Yeah.
Had to go to school, had to do some homework, but...
Didn't days seem longer?
They seemed way longer back then.
But now that I look at it, it's because we didn't have anything to do.
Yeah. Well, there was...
I mean, we didn't have any responsibilities. Maybe that's why the days seem... Time flies now.
Yeah, there was days back then where I would play my video games. Like, I would play my Game Boy all day and then realize, like, it felt like an eternity that day. And then it was amazing, though. Like, I would love those days, but it felt like it was like a week long compared to now. Like today, we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of things today, but it's already nighttime.
Yeah.
Like, it just
I feel like we just woke up.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not enough hours in the day anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I was a kid, I was like, I could do so much. But
I wish we had... That's why I would go back to that time, because there was no responsibility. And the responsibility that you did have, like, say you had an animal or homework or, like...
If we could figure out the kinks of my society, we could go back to that.
There you go. Well, I mean, you would still have to do work, though, because I would still have to be whatever my job was. I'd have to be the plumber, or I'd have to be the farmer.
There you go, plugging more holes in my dang society.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm still going to have to do work.
Just kidding. Yeah.
So everything is quote-unquote free, but you still got to work, do your job for everybody.
Good answer.
Yeah.
All right. If you were a superhero, what would you want your powers to be?
Oh, you did say powers. I only picked one power.
Oh, all right. Power or powers?
Okay, I thought it was just a power that I was supposed to pick.
Yeah.
So I only picked one. I just picked invisibility.
Why would you want to be invisible?
Well, because when you're invisible, you can do just about anything without people detecting you, right? So I can go places and get a lot of information. And information is power.
Nice.
So with invisibility also comes power. And so I could have whatever people needed, I could go find out for him and then benefit from that.
You're going to be a blackmailer.
Basically, yeah.
Nice.
Not really a blackmailer, I guess. No, because like if somebody were to like hire me, like I'm not thinking like government stuff. I don't think I would want to do that stuff if I were able to. I would just
Right.
talk about like I would start a business, be like, hey, do you want to see if this person is doing what they're not supposed to do? And I'll be
Nice.
like, hire me. I will find out. All I have to do is get invisible, follow them around, and see what's going on.
I got a joke about this.
What's that?
About the Invisible Man. It's not my joke.
Okay.
So first off, I've heard this one. I'm sure it's been in a movie too.
Okay.
Superwoman. She's on the top of the building.
Okay.
Naked as a jaybird.
Okay.
Spread eagle. And Superman's flying around. And he sees her. And he goes, hey, I'm the fastest man in the world. Fly down, give a couple pumps, be done, boom, 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 and then out. So he's like, and he does it. Goes down, swoops down, pumps 3 times, gets out of there, boom. Next thing you know, the Invisible Man pops up and goes, what the hell was that?
That's a good one.
That's my stupid joke.
Yeah, I like it. Well, it's not your stupid.
No, yeah.
You don't want to claim stuff that's not
I
yours.
know,
You get in trouble.
Yeah, I know. So, for my superpower, I would pick, I'd want to be a speedster.
Ooh, like the Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to be the fastest. I don't want to be second fastest. I don't want Superman to be like a faster than you. I want to be faster than the Flash. Because you know how the Flash, like on, what was it, Superman versus Batman or whatever, and they're fighting or whatever, in the Justice League or whatever.
Yep.
Superman spots the Flash and like, Superman's faster.
Okay, so yeah, and you don't want to even have that comparison.
Nope.
You just want to be able to just
boom. I want to be faster than anything, even the superheroes.
Okay. What like what's the benefit of that?
You'd never know. I would be so fast that time would stop.
You could like go so fast that like just time wouldn't be a thing for you, and you could literally just live forever just by running.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. What are you gonna do while you're running that fast?
Anything I want.
Like, how are you gonna be able to like?
I know what I'm gonna do.
How are you gonna be able to cook while you're running?
I'm gonna hold this podcast. We're gonna be talking right now, like we are.
Yep.
Boom! I'm already up in your room, and I already rearranged everything in your room.
I would hate that.
Your OCD would be through the roof.
You would mess with me all the time. I wouldn't know what to do.
Do you know how fast I could set up this podcast?
It would be a little bit faster than what we did today. What was that, 25 minutes?
Yeah. So we did a Facebook Live for our setup here. And when I told him that, he goes, during setup, really? Like, our setup isn't that long. I go, I think it's a little longer than you expect. Find out it was like 25 minutes just to set up our stuff. And that wasn't even getting to recording.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, that was a thrilling video.
Oh, it's so exciting.
I haven't watched it myself.
I bet it was so boring.
I bet it was, too.
Whatever.
It's the stupidest podcast. We thought it was worth a shot, you know? Might do it again.
Right, we might. So that would be my super... Otherwise, I would like to have mind control.
Okay. Just to control other people's mind, and so you can, like...
hear other people's thoughts.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
And control.
So you want to be able to control and manipulate people.
That too.
Okay.
Kind of like Professor X.
Is he able to like make people do stuff, or was he able to move things with his mind?
I thought he was able to control them.
I guess I don't know enough. I don't know enough about him.
I always thought he could, couldn't he?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I remember when the cops showed up in that one video or whatever, he was like holding him back from firing.
Mm. Okay.
If I remember.
I think I remember something like that.
If he can't, then well, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to...
You want to have that power, even if he doesn't. It's not whether he has it or not. It's that what you want.
Yep.
I'd want to be able to fly if I were to pick a second one.
Yeah.
Like,
Flying was up there for me. I was.
Well, it's going to be up there because you're flying.
That's a good one. Yeah. But I think Speedster.
But
Because
even
I
if
think I'd be so fast that I could almost fly.
even if you are a speedster, I'm still going to be able to go higher.
I'll catch you before you take off.
That's true. I'm never going to be able to fly then.
No.
I got to wait for you to go do something else for a bit. Then I'll go fly.
Boom.
You're going to be fast, huh?
Yeah.
Superman is fast. The Flash is fast. Sonic is fast.
And they're going to go.
Yeah, you're going to be faster than all of them.
Whoa.
What about the rabbit and the hare story, though? You know, the tortoise wins.
So be it. All right, what's your next question?
I'm just throwing a kink in your story again.
I know, you're always drilling holes in my boat.
All right, tattoos. Are you for them? Are you against them? Are you indifferent?
I'm for them.
For them?
Yeah. I don't have any.
I was going to ask, do you have any?
No, I don't have any yet.
Yet. When do you think you would get one? Or if you were to get one, what would you get?
I am definitely going to get one. I have one designed up already.
What are you going to get, and where are you going to get it?
That's the other. I don't know where. I'm thinking right forearm.
Right forearm, okay.
I'm going to get a roll of film, like a Kodak film, with the negatives coming out. I'm going to put my daughter's picture in the film roll.
That's sweet.
So that would be my first. The reason I don't have one now is because I'm scared. And I'm not scared of the needles. I'm not scared of the pain. I'm scared of the addiction.
Oh, because you're going to want to cover everything.
Yeah, I'm going to be
That's gonna
full sleeves, full back piece, full my legs.
That's going to be a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time, a lot of money.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit of money too.
I got a cool story about that.
What's that?
So I'm playing poker at the casino one of these times. This was a couple years ago. Yeah. And this kid comes up and sits down at the poker table, and he's got like a sleeveless shirt on, and he's got 2 full sleeves. And this old guy, he's got the old cowboy shirt, pearl buttons, long sleeve. And he goes to the kid and he goes, those are pretty cool tattoos. He says, oh, a lot of money for that? And he goes, yeah, I got probably around $2,500 into this. And he goes, wow. He unbuttons his sleeves. He rolls them up. He's got 2 sleeves. And he goes, $20, U.S. Navy.
Wow. 2 sleeves, $20.
The guy had to be like in his 80s.
Yeah.
But I was like, that is the coolest old man I think I've ever met.
So those are probably some pretty old tattoos.
Oh, yeah. It was that faded, bled through green tattoos, You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
those old school original tattoos?
Yep. Just sleeves. $20. I mean, $20 was probably a little bit more back then, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. $20 back then was probably like $1,000 today.
Yeah, he spent some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
I love tattoos too. I have one tattoo for my brother. I got it on my shoulder. It's on the back side of my left shoulder, coming up and over my shoulder, down to a little symbol on my chest. It's got squirt, the soda pop squirt, and I got cherry pie filling. And the squirt is in a can, and it's squirting up and over my shoulder and dripping down to it looks like almost like a name tag, but it's not. It says Donovan on my chest, and it's got RIP 19. And I got it for my brother when he passed away. And so it's a tribute to him, and I got it where I got it because he's on the backside of my shoulder because he's there, but I don't always see him. He's looking over my shoulder. That's why it's going over my shoulder.
Oh,
And then
I didn't know this.
yep, and then I got his name on my chest because it's on the left side because he's close to my heart, and so I just kind of got those for the 3 different symbols.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Nice.
symbolizes.
I think we need to go get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the stupidest podcast on our forehead.
I don't know about that. I don't believe in face tattoos. I don't.
No.
No. If you got one, cool.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your choice, I have no judgment for it either. I just not for me.
I want to get a face tattoo of somebody else's face on my face.
I think you're lying.
I don't want to do that.
Would you ever get a face tattoo or a neck tattoo?
I don't think I would get a face tattoo. I'm not gonna say I would never get a neck tattoo. I don't think I would do it now. I would probably wait a ways, like maybe when I'm older in my like retirement, and maybe that's something I've always wanted to do. Like after a while, like it's not something I want to do now, but maybe it's something I want to do in the future. So I'm not gonna say never, but I'm not against a neck tattoo. I know people that want to get neck tattoos or have neck tattoos, and I don't think any less of them.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Like I'll cover my body from the neck down.
Oh yeah, dude, I got lots of friends that have sleeves, that have their chest, their back.
I think they're cool as all can be. You know.
Yep.
For me, hands left alone, face left alone.
Not even the back of the hand here.
Nope.
Okay, no,
not for me.
Yeah, not for you. No, and I understand that. I know I have friends that have hand tattoos, or I have friends that want to get hand tattoos, and I think they're really cool. Like some of the ones that I've seen, like they are really cool.
Maybe the back of the hand would be okay.
The back of the hand, it just like because it flows with the sleeve, and
if it ties into the sleeve, then I'd be okay with it. Yep.
Yeah.
But if it's just something on the back of the hand and there's nothing attached, no, not for me.
Yeah, if it's only the back of the hand, I wouldn't do that. But if I had the sleeve,
so
and
I would say
in.
Nothing on the fingers.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I don't want the words on the fingers or anything. Like, no.
That's gonna be tough because that's gonna get rubbed more often. So you're gonna have to get that redone a lot more for sure.
And if you have it, like I said, no judgment period. It's cool. Like I'll look at them too. There's nothing better than going up. I go up to strangers all the time. Be like, dude, that's a sweet. Where'd you get your tattoo? Where'd you get your ink done? I'll talk to them about it.
Yeah, I love tattoos. I'm totally for tattoos. So, but I'm not against people that are against tattoos. Like I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna.
If you're against it, whatever. That's your opinion, but you don't need to tell me your judgment about it either.
Yeah, like it's what they want to do with their body. It's their body. They can do what they want with it.
And
that's my opinion.
Don't judge a book by their cover either.
That's exactly true. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that
are completely tatted up that are some of the softest, nicest people I've ever met.
Two of my best friends are covered in tattoos, and they are the sweetest, coolest guys. And sometimes they get judged, and I don't like it. They shouldn't be because they are amazing people.
Yeah. Man, this podcast has been a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're definitely touching all the feelings today. So, all right. If you had no filter and anything that popped in your head came out, would you live with that, or would you rather never be able to speak again?
Well, I think that's a stupid fucking question. I was kidding. No, I would rather do the talking option.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with my thoughts and what I think about people. If I were to say it out loud, I don't feel like. Sure, there's going to be times where people.
No, there's no thought that can enter your head that can stay in.
It just goes.
It automatically comes out.
I probably wouldn't be able to have a job for very long.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd still
anything if you went by. That girl's got a booty on her, like it or something, anything.
Yeah, I'd still go for the talking.
Man, that looks like a prick. That dude looks like an asshole. That girl looks like a total Karen.
I'd still go with the talking option. I'm pretty confident in my thoughts. Like, obviously, there are going to be times where it gets awkward.
Even on a bad day.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some bad days, and I mean, on my bad days, I am pretty vocal about my thoughts. I don't say all of them.
Wow, I definitely didn't think you'd answer that way.
Oh, I'm going talking option. I'm not get. I wouldn't be able not to talk. I like to talk. I get paid to talk at a lot of jobs that I've had. Like my job right now, I get paid to talk to people,
Yeah.
and I feel like I have a pretty good idea of controlling my thoughts and being able to express them. Like I'm very open on here. Like
But you don't get to control your thoughts.
Well, I know
your thoughts are coming out no matter what.
I know, but what I'm saying is like what I'm thinking right now. I'm talking right now, like, and so like I'm able to. I would be able to communicate, and I'd be able to think about positive thoughts more often if I had to vocalize them, because like everything I would vocalize, like you said, like I wouldn't be able to have anything internally. It would just come out, but I'm able to control what would come out.
Okay.
You know?
I don't think I could talk.
Really?
Oh man,
you have some bad thoughts, or
sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody does.
There would definitely be some thoughts where I don't think I could ever. No, I'd be fired so quick and from so many different jobs.
But I mean, you'd probably be good at other jobs. There's going to be jobs out there that you'd be able to get. Maybe not your ideal job.
Yeah, I don't know. Comedy would really have to take off for me, I guess.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Or something, you know?
It would maybe help your comedy. Maybe you'd be able to. Yeah, maybe since you'd be the most honest.
Yeah, but maybe that would make comedy even harder, though, too. Be standing up there and looking out in the crowd and just not even be able to get through a set because you're just looking at that guy.
Well, you would just have to be able to control your thoughts and focus on what you're going to be doing. You'd have to focus on your act rather than focus on the audience.
I might have to go no talking. And then figure out a different way to communicate.
Yeah. Yeah, there's other ways to communicate for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a very tough.
No, and I did have to think about this, but I feel like I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to.
I do too, but I'm there's so many idiots in this world.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
it'd make the world a better place because you'd be more honest, and maybe people would have more respect for you. Who knows? Start doing it.
You kick me out of here right now. I'm just kidding.
No, I already knew that.
So, all right, what's your next question?
This actually kind of ties in with that, actually. So what do you think people like about you, and what do you think people dislike about you?
What do people say that again?
So what do people like about you, and what do people dislike about you? If you want, I can go first while you think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I have couples, but
no, I feel like I'm a nice guy, and I'm easy to talk to, so I think that's what people like most about me. But I also feel like I can be annoying at times. I feel like I like to talk, like I was saying in the last question, and sometimes I feel like that can be a little annoying. And then on top of like being the nice guy, I feel like that can get annoying to people because there's people out there that just don't like the overly happy guy or the overly happy person, and that's me. And I'm always happy-go-lucky, I guess, and it can get annoying to people.
I don't say there's nothing I don't not like about you. So, likes probably that I'm very open and honest and very blunt. But that
I like that about you.
Dislike would probably be the same thing.
because you can be too honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm not gonna lie. If you ask me, does this outfit make me look? I don't like it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right. So I am very open, very honest, and very blunt, and very random.
Yeah.
Like we can be talking about something, and I will hop way off spectrum.
That happens with me too.
Yeah.
I'm very random.
So, yeah, that'd probably be my dislikes.
Okay.
So, if you had to have an animal as a sidekick, what animal would you have, and what would you name him?
Well, I would name her
Oh,
Roxy.
Roxy.
I've always loved
what is Roxy?
I've always loved the name Roxy. I
That
don't
is
know
a good name.
why. Roxy has just always been in the back of my head for some reason. But Roxy would be my pet kangaroo, my sidekick kangaroo.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I don't know if I have the perfect living environment for a kangaroo, but I would change my living environment to accommodate Roxy. I wouldn't want Roxy to be uncomfortable.
Nice. I like it.
And I would want Roxy to go everywhere with me. And I would... It's tough because kangaroos are big.
Would you ride in the pouch?
Oh, if I could.
That'd be cool.
I'd try it. But I hear that it's not... It wouldn't be... Isn't it supposed to be like sticky and...
I think so. I think
yeah. I don't know.
Because it's actually like they're birthing.
Yeah.
So
maybe not. I don't think I'd try.
So, who do you think I'm gonna pick?
Who do you think? Like
what animal do you think I'm picking?
If I were to pick an animal for you, it'd probably be. Well, you like dogs, but I don't think you would go with a dog. Shoot, maybe like a rhino.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I went with a tiger.
Tiger. Oh, that would be a good one for you.
I want a white tiger, man.
Oh, you said that before.
I want that. Yeah. I think it would be cool to just have a big, giant beast. But I want it to be tamed so that I don't have to have it like on a... Yeah. Like I want a legit sidekick where that thing's just walking around beside me.
Yep. Or hopping if it's a kangaroo.
And I name him Kong.
Kong. Nice. I like it, like King Kong.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Wouldn't it just ride him?
That'd be cool. Ride a tiger into town.
You know how cool it would be to be walking down the sidewalk with a tiger next to you?
Would you saddle up or would you ride bareback?
That would be cool to have a saddle on him. But not like a legitimate like horse saddle, like just a little riding saddle or something. You know?
Something that you can take off while you're in town shopping for groceries.
I'd leave it on him. It'd be kind of cool. If it...
Get him a little hat.
Not giving him a hat.
Why not? That'd be cute.
So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be the animal. I definitely didn't pick a kangaroo for you.
I like kangaroos. I actually, as I was thinking of it, like kangaroo is one of my favorite animals too. So I would have changed one of my answers. I think in a previous.
I guess I was thinking like more of like a lizard or a Komodo dragon or.
I could maybe see that. I would maybe do that for a little bit, but I don't think it'd be like a sidekick every day. Yeah. Obviously, I don't think a kangaroo would be an everyday thing.
Or a chimp. I could see like a chimp.
Chimp would be nice. It'd be kind of a cool little buddy.
I could definitely see you with like, remember from Friends? Ross's little monkey?
Oh, yeah.
I could definitely see you.
I could do that.
Have that thing riding on your shoulder.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I could definitely see, for real, I could actually see that you being the monkey guy.
You know what would also be really cool is to have a falcon.
Falcon would be cool.
Just to be a falconer. You have to do so much training to become a falconer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You have to have like 7 years of training or something like that, and you have to earn your falcon.
Did you ever hear that stand up with Fluffy? What?
Gabriel
Iglesias.
Yeah.
When he was over there in Saudi Arabia or whatever.
I guess I didn't see
the prince. Prince wanted to give him a falcon.
Oh.
and and Gabriel was like, sure, you a falcon that retrieves things? You think I'm lazy now?
That'd be interesting. So I wasn't even thinking to go retrieve things. I was just thinking it'd be fun to like, like have them just go do stuff. Like you'd get to go to so many like ball games for free because they do that kind of stuff there.
Yeah,
Like, I could just go to a Rams game and be like, hey, I'll bring my Falcon.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
I could get in the. I could do the same with a tiger though. Who's gonna stop me?
That's true. Yeah.
I have a tiger.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're saying this ticket isn't legit?
Do you want to talk to Kong?
Yeah, have you talked to my tiger?
So, all right, what's your?
All right. This is my last question, but what is your most embarrassing story?
Oof. Most embarrassing.
Or one of your embarrassing stories, because I know you have so many.
Oh yeah.
Almost every day.
Every day.
I mean,
but I don't get embarrassed.
I have a story from today.
What?
Well, just your disc golf.
Me slipping?
In general. Oh yeah, I didn't even think.
Yeah,
you fell on your hind end.
That hurt.
Yeah. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. It wasn't like I fell. I fell, obviously, but when
I saw.
I twisted.
Yeah, you twisted your knee a little.
Almost like did like the splits on the way down. Like,
dude, I was nervous. It was crazy. I was like reaching down to get my putter, and as I was reaching down, I just saw you fall hard, and I was nervous for a second.
Oh, that hurt.
I was wondering who was gonna have to come carry you out because I didn't want to do the extra work.
Let me hear yours. I got to think about this one.
One of my most embarrassing stories. I remember I was in music class, and this was in middle school, and we were doing our silent reading because we were supposed to read every so often. I hear that's a thing in school. You're supposed to read, and so
I should have tried it more often. I think.
I know. I read a book, but no, I was in music class, and I was supposed to be doing our silent reading. And I'm sitting in my little area or whatever, and I'm reading my book, and I feel it coming. I know I have to fart, and I'm trying to hide it, and I buried it deep. I got it down. It wasn't gonna come out, so I was fine. I kept reading for a little while, and all of a sudden I had a huge sneeze come out of nowhere, and I couldn't stop the sneeze because I didn't want to even sneeze. I didn't want to make any noise because everybody was quiet. And so I sneeze farted in front of the whole class. And it was so embarrassing because I was in middle school.
Oh,
and I was trying to be... In middle school, you just don't want to be the one that stands out in any way.
That carries on with you for years when you're in middle school.
And it never came of anything. I don't think. People never called me
stuff like that
boy.
though. Yeah, stuff like that happens to you when you're a kid. Stick with you for you could be known as the fart kid.
Yeah, and it didn't stick with me, thankfully, but it stuck in my head. So I relive that moment every now and then. It gets to me, and I'm embarrassed.
I don't really get embarrassed ever. I just don't have that.
I've gotten that way. I used to get embarrassed all the time as a kid. I would do stuff.
I would say the most embarrassing that really, I ripped my my work pants when I was at the bowling alley.
I did that one time while it was during a league, and I went to how every now and then the pins come out or whatever, and you bend down and just the pants ripped, and it was embarrassing. Did you have another pair of pants?
No,
me either.
I had to work the rest. They didn't even let me go home.
Yeah, same. I had to work the rest of my shift. What I did is I put one of the waitress things on.
Oh, the
and
apron.
Apron, and I put it around my waist, and I just turned it the opposite way so nobody could see my butt.
Yeah, I went to. There was a pin jam.
Yep.
Up top, and my pants caught on the machine all the way down, and it was a bad, it wasn't just a small, it went from literally from my knee all the way
Mine was pretty small.
Mine was terrible.
Mine was just the butt cheek.
Mine was you could have went to the bathroom without taking down your pants.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you in the back at least, or were you out on the floor at the time?
I was at the desk.
Oh, I thought you might have been a mechanic or something in the
No,
back.
no, because I had the black pants. You didn't have to wear black pants when you're back there.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I didn't work that shift apparently. Dang.
So.
Oh, that's a good embarrassing story.
Yeah, that one kind of sucked. But yeah, other than that, I don't really. Embarrassment just isn't in my.
Yeah, no, like I said, I used to get embarrassed as a kid, but it's gone away a lot. Obviously, like we're able to express a lot of stories on this podcast, and I'm not embarrassed to share any of them because it's part of who I am. You know, it's part of who we are.
Yeah. I guess it's on me, huh? The last question.
Yep. Last question.
All right. Well, we're to that point now. You know, where we're gonna share our comedians,
Yep.
and this one's kind of a little different.
Yes, it is. We picked a little bit different topic. This isn't what we've normally done. This is kind of a genre.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with our top singing comedians.
Yep, singing / music, or like if they've had any kind of like
Funny song.
funny song or anything entangled within in that realm.
So go ahead.
My first. So my first one, he's been doing it for quite some time. He's got his own stuff. He's had a lot of music that he like makes fun of and makes his versions of them. Weird Al Yankovic.
There you go.
He's one of my faves. I love him.
Yeah, you're a Weird Al guy. I know I've told you that I don't like Weird. Like, it's not that I don't like Weird Al. He's good. He's just not for me.
Yeah. No, I mean
I like some of his stuff.
Do you like his parodies or do you like his music?
His parodies, probably.
His parodies, yeah. I like it all. I like. There's some that I'm not gonna listen to, but there are definitely songs that I will listen to on repeat.
I'm gonna go with Rodney Carrington.
Right? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got some country songs.
He's got a little bit of everything.
Does he got a little? Okay.
Yeah.
From what I hear,
it's mostly country.
Yeah.
Good singer for a guy that like
he's got a good
he's got a very good voice.
Yeah. I was gonna say a good set of lungs, but
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. My next is Bo Burnham.
Oh, nice.
I love Bo Burnham. He's one of my faves.
He was on my list too.
Yeah, he's our age, or my age, I should say. He graduated high school in 2008. Found out that in one of his specials.
Funny.
Oh, he's hilarious. If you haven't heard of Bo Burnham or any of the, like we always say, if you haven't heard of them, at least give them a chance and see what they're about.
John, I'm gonna butcher his last name. John Lahoyle.
Oh, yep, I know who you're talking about.
Taco from
from the league.
The league.
Yep, he's hilarious. He's got a lot
So
of funny songs.
funny.
I had him on my list, and I had to take him off because I saw he was on yours.
So
but, yeah, he's good. I have T.J. Miller. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he sang.
Yep, he's got some songs on his. He does a little bit of rapping. He's got Pete Holmes and stuff. He's got a bunch of other comedians on it. Bo Burnham is on his EP.
Nice.
He's got a lot of different fun songs that he's got.
Miller. The guy, he doesn't think he's very funny.
I know he's one of the most humble guys in comedy. He's hilarious and like. I've listened to his him in podcasts and stuff, and he talks about how he's basically like just him on stage.
Yeah,
like that's all he does. And
he goes, I wasn't even going to become a comedian, but everybody thought I was funny, so I just started doing it. I don't think I'm funny. He goes, this is just me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of funny.
Then he's gotten into acting, and like he was Yogi Bear 3D.
Yeah,
he always adds 3D. I don't know if you saw that. He did that in a podcast. He always had to add the 3D.
Stephen Lynch.
Stephen Lynch is amazing.
Yeah.
He is one of my favorites, and I will always listen to Stephen Lynch. I thought we were going to talk about him last because I thought he was going to be our...
Oh, yeah. I forgot. My bad.
That's okay.
I forgot.
This episode is actually going to be dedicated to Stephen Lynch, so we'll talk about Stephen Lynch here in just a little bit. But, he's one of the greatest guys in the singing comedic
I forgot
world.
That we switched it to him. Yeah, my bad.
No, it's okay. He's incredible. So we'll talk about him here just a little bit, but he's great. My next is Mike Birbiglia. He doesn't do it a lot, but he does have a little bit. He's
I had to, after you said that and you showed me that one, I had to look him up, and yeah,
Yeah, he's got a little bit. He
forget.
is. It's just. It's funny because he does his. He has his album, and then at the end of his album, he has a song that does all of his like it goes back to all of his
The
jokes,
jokes.
and it's just a really good song. If you have listened to the album, it makes zero sense if you haven't listened to the album, but it's funny if you have.
Cletus T. Judd.
I don't know Cletus T. Judd.
Yeah, you do. I get. You think my cellmate thinks I'm sexy?
I don't think I've heard that one. I need to look this one up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he does a lot of country music parodies and stuff like that. He's like the country version of Weird Al.
Okay, nice. I'm interested in hearing that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, really? You didn't
Yeah, I
know
haven't heard.
Cletus?
Yeah, I haven't heard of Cletus.
He's probably right up your alley, though.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I would listen for sure. Yeah, I'm always up for listening to a new comedian, whether it's singing or
Yeah,
joking or anything. I have Ali Spagnola. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's actually not just a singer; she's a comedian.
I have
She's
actually. She's funny.
Yeah, she's got all these YouTube videos out there. She's into fitness videos. She is just an all around internet personality. Like
Yeah.
she's just a really cool person, and she's got a lot of videos out there. So if you wanted to learn about her, she's hilarious. She knows music. She knows a lot of stuff.
I'm going with an oldie, Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. Do you know?
Yeah, I
He's
don't know
always-
much about his
He always
material,
partnered up
but
with Dean Martin a lot of the time.
yeah, yep.
Very funny guy. The original Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Dang, that's a good one. I have Garfunkel and Oates.
Nice.
Do you know Garfunkel and Oates?
Yes, I do.
Comedy duo. They are hilarious.
Oh, they were very funny, especially for their time.
Yeah.
I got one. Wheeler Walker.
Wheeler Walker.
Yeah. Wheeler Walker Jr., a.k.a. Ben Hoffman. He's a stand-up comedian that created a separate persona and became Wheeler Walker Jr. He sings Drop 'Em Out,
Okay.
titty songs and all that.
Yeah, yep.
He's a very raunchy, dirty, but funny.
Okay. That's another one I'm going to have to look into the material.
You'd like Wheeler Walker. He's one of them. He's and a very good singer.
Interesting.
But it's funny when I didn't know that his actual name was Ben Hoffman until I looked it up. And that he was a comedian that just became this persona. He's been on Rogan.
Oh, I have not seen that Rogan.
Yeah, he's been on Rogan, and he was also on Bert.
Man, I'm going to have to look these couple people up.
So.
I have Andy Kaufman.
Nice.
I know we've talked about Andy Kaufman before, but he did a little bit of everything. He had some songs out there and some parodies, and he's just an overall amazing person in comedy.
Yeah, he could be in the GOAT conversation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I went with Jeff Foxworthy. I know he's not a singer.
Yep.
But I do. 12 Day Redneck Christmas is one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time.
Yeah, that's
so
that he deserves to be on there just for that.
And I feel like we haven't talked about him. Like he was one of the if not the number one selling comedian of all time.
Wow.
For albums.
Oh yeah, yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
Yep. Dang. My next is Donald Glover. It doesn't really have to go with comedy. I just put him on this list because he's a singer, rapper, comedian, actor. He does it all. He's another one that is just able to do everything. He's just multi-talented, amazing guy that I would love to be friends with. He's just seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah. He's so talented. That's a dude that seems like everything he touches, he's good at.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Jack Black, aka Tenacious D.
Tenacious D. You got Kyle Glass in there.
Yeah.
Adding both of them in the Tenacious D. That's a good.
One of my favorite bands.
You got to have them on there.
Jack Black is so talented too.
He's one of your favorites.
Yeah, he is one of my favorites. I love that's a dude that I think I could hang out with and be best friends with.
Yep. I have Reggie Watts. I love Reggie Watts. He's able to add to other, like, he's done so much in the comedy world without people knowing. Like, he does so many podcast entry, like, just opening songs. Like Pete Holmes on his podcast, he does his song. Like, he just opens with Reggie Watt, and it's just really cool. Reggie Watts, sorry.
Nice.
But yeah, like, you made it weird. That's Pete Holmes' podcast.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with Dimitri Martin.
Yeah, Dimitri. He's up there. He's another one that I had on my list, and I had to take him off because you had him.
Yeah.
I wish I had him. I wanted to draft him.
I would have given him to you. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
I should have fought harder.
You should have. You didn't even really try to fight.
I didn't. No, I should have. Sorry, Dimitri. If you hear this,
that'd be cool if you did.
Yeah, if you hear this, Dimitri, please
reach out.
Yeah, let me open for you.
Yeah, if any of you comedians, if we've talked about you already, reach out. God, we'd love to talk to any of you.
Yeah, and if you guys want to open for me, my next, I have a couple.
How many you got left?
I got 2 more.
I got 1 if you don't name them.
Okay, I got The Lonely Island.
The Lonely Island.
The Lonely Island. Yep, that's got Andy Samberg. We got why can't I think of their names right now? I can't think of their names. Kiev? Nope, not Kiev. Anyways, Andy Samberg and The Lonely Island. I'll have to look that up and all.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Very good. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of their names right now.
I'll let you have your last one.
But
I think it's.
Do you have Flight of the Conchords?
No.
Oh, I put Flight of the Conchords.
Nice.
Yeah, they are one of my favorite singing / groups / comedians / actors. I don't know why I say actresses. I do actually want to say actresses because Kristen Shaw, she was with Flight of the Conchords on their
nice
TV show. And I talked about her in a previous episode.
I went with Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, yep. He's SNL singing.
Gold.
Yeah, SNL singing was amazing.
And
outside.
A goat?
For for sure. Like in acting and comedy? And yeah, like his special where he had, like, when he sang about Chris Farley in that special.
Yeah.
That was a heart-wrenching moment. Like, that was such a...
You know what's a bad thing about it? I don't know if I want to meet him.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like his persona on TV and his movies.
Yeah.
I love every bit of that.
You just don't want it to be ruined?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be scared that he wouldn't be that guy.
And then it would just tarnish everything.
Yeah, it would ruin everything.
I could see that. I still want to meet him.
And that's probably like the only guy that I feel like that. I don't know very many else that feel that way. But
yeah.
Adam, I grew up with Adam.
Like personally? Like you knew him? Like
no.
You were friends with him?
But Adam's biggest part of his career was during my
while you were
teenage years and all, yeah.
I understand.
So I wouldn't want that to be tarnished, you know?
I can see that. Okay, and now we got our dedication. You guys already know who we're dedicating this episode to.
I ruined it. I ruined everything, obviously. Ruined everything this year, this episode.
Yeah.
I ruined it from the intro on.
I hate that you ruined it.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I really don't care at all. But it's Stephen Lynch. Stephen Lynch is who we're dedicating this to. He is one of the best singing comedians. I would love just to... when I was a kid...
Did you consider him a founding father? Kind of? No?
Kind of. I feel like it was going on before him, but I feel like he was one of the ones to kind of bring it back, I guess, in a way. Like,
that dying...
Yeah, because I remember listening to him as a kid, and obviously some of his stuff is... It gets gets to
Yeah.
raunchy places.
Oh, yeah.
But he's hilarious. And it was funny because when I was a kid, I always wanted to just have him come to one of my birthday parties
That'd be awesome.
and just sing and just like ruin everything for some of my family members that probably didn't want to hear him. I just thought it'd be so funny to have that as a kid.
That's another dude. Do you think he's like what his stand-up's like?
I don't think so,
I don't
because I'm just listening to like other podcasts and learning about like some of these people. Like a lot of the people that do dirty and dark comedy
Are not that way.
they're not that way in real life.
Yeah.
Like they are the opposite of that. They are just really nice people
Down to earth.
that would like take the shirt off their back to help you out.
I've heard that about a lot of the raunchy, like some of the raunchy. That he's the sweetest, kindest guy you would ever.
Well, they probably take everything that they think of for their material, they put it all on stage, and then that's one way to kind of get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then when they come back, they're just kind of wholesome and nice people.
Yeah, he's probably not. I bet he isn't.
Yeah.
Still very funny.
Stephen Lynch he's amazing. Again, he's on the raunchier side, so if you're
Great singer.
he has an amazing voice, and he is really good at just writing music.
Yeah, very talented.
Like I've actually thought, like I'm not a music guy at all, but I've wanted to just like take some of his songs and just like kind of create my own songs from them.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't do that, but I just thought it'd be fun to just kind of work with it because I just love the melody of his songs. Like, even if it's like, there are some songs that I'm not a huge fan of, like the comedy in it, but I'll still re-listen to those songs just because it's a cool melody and I just love hearing it.
Right.
I sing it like a ballad in my car. Like I belt it out, you know.
Car karaoke.
Oh, I sing car karaoke all the time.
Nice. Yeah, he's great. Do you think you could win a what is it? Grammy?
I'm not sure.
Do they have?
That. I'm not sure if they have like
music awards for comedy.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to find out. I wouldn't be a part of that. I don't have any music ability whatsoever, so
we should look into that. We should have looked.
I'll let you look into that.
Oh.
I don't want to look into it.
Well, what do you think?
It was fun.
Yeah, good episode.
Yeah, we had some good questions. I feel like we had some good comedians we were able to bring to light.
Definitely.
I learned a little bit about you. You learned a little bit about me.
I feel like we definitely put everybody on a roller coaster ride this episode.
Yeah, we got deep. Some areas we were able to. We talked about a little bit of some sad stuff.
Some stupid stuff.
Some personal stuff. Some sad stuff. Some happy stuff. Some
scary stuff.
Scary stuff. Some funny
stuff.
Stupid stuff. I feel like
we
went all over the board today. I like it. I like going different places.
Well, guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for this episode. We appreciate you guys. Once again, we're on pretty much every platform there is that we can. Not almost every platform. We do have YouTube now.
Yep, we just got YouTube this week. This is actually back in March, but you guys will be listening to this at some point. I don't even remember when you're going to be listening to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you listen to it like multiple times, so I get to say that you listen to it in June, July, August, September, October. If you
want more updates, we do update on Facebook pretty much daily.
Yep, we got Facebook, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we
try to get on there as much as we can, but Facebook's probably our most active.
That's the most active. You can always look us up on our website.
And where's our website?
Website is www.thestupidestpodcast.com.
And that's a wrap, folks. We'll see you guys next episode here at The Stupidest Podcast. Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it is for you right now. Goodbye.
Have a good one.